Hey guys, thanks so much for joining. My name is Dan Rizza and welcome to Cash and Crypto, where we talk about moving the needle in our own wealth and investments. So today what we're going to do is answer the question of what exactly money is, right? So money is what we use to transfer value, communicate value across space and time, right? Across space, from me to you. If I were to send you money, we can do it via Venmo. I can write you a check, right? I can hand you cash. If you come by and bring me a dozen eggs, I can give you $6 for that. Right, so that's one way we can transfer value, and across time is where that value can span years or decades even, right? So for example, a good tool or a good way that we can transfer value over time is something like gold, for example, right? So an ounce of gold is, I think, $1,700 or something right now, which is actually comparable to the price of a milking cow, which has been the case for a long time, right? So you could trade a milking cow for a decent amount of money or an ounce of gold. Now, you could have also traded a milking cow centuries ago for a decent amount of money or an ounce of gold, right? Same thing, you could also say a really nice suit. It'd be an expensive suit, no doubt, but it would be a very nice suit. Would comparably relate to about the cost of an ounce of gold over time. Now, things like gold have their downfalls too, because if I wanted to transfer $1 million of gold from me to someone else, well, it might be difficult because then I have to safely transport all that gold, all that heavy pounds of metal and material from one place to another. You've got transportation costs that go in there. You've got transaction costs potentially for the different custodians that might be holding the gold. You also then have the possibility of risk, right? Because someone might come and take that gold. And so therefore that's another problem with something heavy and difficult like that. Bitcoin is actually something that is an electronic version that might be replacing gold, and so we'll talk about that in another video, but it's a potential use of Bitcoin is to have a better store of value because you don't have some of the same problems that you have with gold. While we do have quite some volatility right now, we might be able to communicate the store of value with a virtual asset such as Bitcoin. But what we've done in the modern society that we live in now is we've utilized these dollar bills in the US, right? Different other countries have different currencies, but we have these certificates basically is what they are. They're units of measurement of monetary value that we transfer back and forth between each other to substitute for the value that is the item that I want to get. So if I want to buy this camera, for example, I would go to a store that sells cameras. I would give them money in the form of dollar bills, not Bitcoins. Yet, maybe one day I will, or gold, right? Gold is not something we typically transact with, but we use these certificates that represent value, they're given with the good faith and credit of the United States, to transact for that camera or other product or service. Now, one of the problems with the US dollar and other fiat currencies is that they decrease in value over time. So, as with what gold does, which is does a good job of holding value over time, fiat currencies don't necessarily have that good of a track record of that. In fact, if you look at the US dollar in the last 100 years, it buys a lot less than it used to, right? And that's called inflation, which we can talk about that later as well. Money is nothing more than an invention that humans have created to make commerce work well for us, to make our communities work nicely and easily, because I could then focus on building shoes, for example, right? Then I could become the cobbler and I wouldn't have to worry about feeding myself so much, because as long as I made good shoes and people were willing to give me money for that, and then I could take that money to go buy milk and eggs with, then we could then specialize, and it really kind of helped our societies grow and cultivate into a dynamic thing that we've become today. So money really is amazing, and the fact that money has been so similar for so long really makes me think that the possibility that something could change, such as a digital currency like cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, why would that not be the next logical evolution of money? Why would we not we went from seashells and rocks, right, to this easily to handle paper money, right? I guess we went to coins first, and then went to paper money that was nice and easy we could stack a bunch of it. And then we digitized that money, right? So then it's just zeros and ones on computer screens. But we still have governments that can affect that money, that can manipulate that money, and other forces that can manipulate that money. But if we had something that was even one step removed away from a central authority like that was decentralized and more equitable for everybody to be involved and participate in, well, maybe that money would be even better. And so I think Bitcoin might be going that way, and it excites me because it gives us more opportunities to innovate and to harden our money to make it worth even more, and which will drive people to want to produce and work and grow and build more, because it will incentivize that. So there's my spiel on what I think money is. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the channel, please like, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. What do you think money is? Right, what do you think about Bitcoin or gold or the fiat currency and where it's going? Thanks again. My name is Daniel, and this is Cash and Crypto. Thank you for watching. Bye.